What's up, guys? It's HYPHEN. Welcome back to Sounds Good TV. And we're here today to talk about the next Sounds Good event going down August 16th at Zaya in downtown LA. And today I'm here with Phantom Thrett. Hey, though. Let them know, man. Let them know.
Phantom Thrett,
Yeah.
good to be here.
So let's see. Where does our story begin? I met you through our brother Waju.
Yes.
I forget what year that was, but cousin of mutual friend, and I really, 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 really appreciated that time of meeting you guys, because it was like a crew of hungry young guys that reminded me of like me and my friends actually trying to get it. You all had your own, like, it was like Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
So actually, let's start there. What can you tell me about OSA and just like that crew?
A band of brothers, man. We all went to high school together. We all came up together. Experiencing life at that age range at that moment in time was special. Waju was my brother.
Yeah.
Like, beyond words. Andre DeMar, David May, Vince Moore, Chris Charles.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of us. Brothers.
So it was just, you guys were just friends in high school, just...
We were all competitively like rhyming already on our own. So like when I would go into a cypher and I would see Dre and I would go and make music with Juice, and we all kind of connected. Like we all thought we were like the best spitters in the area.
Right.
So like for the five of us to come out and we just said, fuck it, it makes sense. You know?
So OSA stands for One Step Ahead.
One step ahead.
How do you feel that mantra still kind of exists with you today?
That's what we built our whole thing around. That was the mantra. Like we all agreed to be that. And I'm still with that same philosophy today.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. So Phantom Thrett, where does your name come from? And how did you like kind of land on that?
Man, I wrote it down one day. You know, you kind of just like try to think of what am I gonna call myself? I was already rapping.
Right.
I went by another name.
What was your name before?
Big D. Biggity Dog.
Biggity Dog. Bruh. Biggity Dog.
Yeah, there's some albums out there with that name.
With Biggity Dog.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
That's fire.
But Phantom Thrett, I came up with that name and I altered the spelling to, 2 T's, no A, for just to be different. You know, kind of made it my own. Like I wanted people to look at how Thrett is spelled and be like, that's wrong.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan, but when I look at your name, it gives me like Star Wars, almost like, Phantom Menace, Boba Fett.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe that was his angle. But
Star Wars is cool. I mean, I used to call myself the Red Eye Jedi too. You know what I mean? That was like a little nickname.
Fire. Dope. Okay, so then, Biggity Dog. How did he get started,
Oh, that was just, I think I used to wear a sweater that said like Big D XXL on it, and that's what people used to call me. Because I wore that shit every day in middle school. Big D, what's good?
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. What was your like entry point into music?
My household, my father would be playing Al Green. My mother was singing local talent shows as a teenager in Huntington Park. So I grew up around music.
Yeah.
It was like just a part of my life. I never was without it. You know?
Al Green. What would you say, like, when I listen to your music, it reminds me a lot of like the Soulquarian movement, Jay Dilla, but vocally you give me a lot of D'Angelo, even some James Blake.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How did you, because you're a rapper and you're a singer. I don't know if you produce as well.
I do.
So you're a triple threat with it. How did you kind of land on Like, were you rapping first? Were you singing first?
I was producing first.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Then I started rapping. Then I started singing.
Nice.
Yeah.
What? How did you find your vocal? Like what your voice was gonna be? How you were layering your voice?
Honestly, like I love D'Angelo, right? And so when I first started, you know, I was in love with Brown Sugar and Voodoo. That was it for me.
Yeah.
That was like, this is like the pinnacle of music. You put on Voodoo, you get lost in space and time, you know? And for me, still to this day, it's like, I always wanted to be that. But I've been doing it for so long now, it's like I've made it my own style. Like,
Right.
it's my own thing now. But it started with like trying to be D'Angelo. Yeah.
You do it really well. I'm not even going front with you. That was one of the things that kind of drew me to your music initially. Was like you pinpointed your style, and you were doing it effectively. Like you were doing it at a high level to the point where I'm like, damn, this guy sounds like D'Angelo to me. You know, which is like one of the biggest compliments you could give someone. And to know that, okay, D'Angelo is, you know, one of my inspirations, so I'm gonna pattern my style after that. But to also do it so well, you know?
That was like part of like stamping ourselves as one step ahead. Like I can't be on no.
Yeah,
You know.
can't half step.
Yeah, no, no. I come from that cloth. That's like, you can't say about too many people like today. Coming up today is different. We came up in a certain time where shit was still raw.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to talk about Stone Rolling for a little bit. What number album is that for you?
If I count like B tapes and all that, it'd be the 21st album.
Dedication. With this project though, it feels like Phantom Threat, the artist, is peeking through way more, right? Phantom Threat, the artist, is peeking through. The visuals are kind of connecting with that. With the what's it called? Way Out.
Way Out. Yeah.
Even with that video, the way you're dressed, all of that is like the character. It's bringing you to this, like almost like how Weeknd did with After Hours. He has the, you know, that's how it was coming off for me. And it's just like that excited me about your project. What led you down that route? Who were the people that you were working with in terms of that visual?
The Way Out visual was directed by Sgtv. Excellent guy, man. One of the GOATs out here for real. Just the vision is uncanny. And Waju was really the like creative director behind that video. You know?
Nice.
I would tell him things that occurred in my life around that time, and he was like, "Well, maybe you should do this. I think it would be dope if you got this already. Why don't you just, you know, things like that." And the whole album, you know, it's produced by him, so it was really like
Every song.
Every song. Waju produced Stone Rolling. Yeah.
Shout out Waju.
Yeah. Genius.
Yeah.
And, you know, working with him kind of, because I'm very stubborn, very hard-headed. I don't like to listen to, when it comes to music, because I know, you know what I mean? Like, I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it was working with him that allowed me to be like, on a new level. Like, because he was like the chairman of the board. And I'm just like, trying to get the best out of it, you know? And that's, yeah.
Quincy and Mike.
Yeah.
You can hear it. That's really dope. That it was like just you two.
Yeah.
You know, that I feel like when people lock in like that, you can get a really cohesive project, and just get your thoughts across a lot clearer. You know, it's not just a gumbo.
No. And we know each other's families.
Yeah.
Everything, it's like, it's special when you do things like that with the right people. You could feel it. You could smell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you say Stone Rolling is your best work to date. What makes you feel that way about the project?
Not even because the songs are the best. It's what I did to complete that album.
Right.
I moved to LA. I was working in Venice. I was living in a house full of artists. I was going to the studio with artists that I've admired for years. Never really got to work with them, but I was around them in that space during that time, just like, wow. And it all happened within a span of like a year and a half of me being out here like that, which led up to the night of the accident.
Right.
Which changed everything. But all the work was already done.
Yeah.
You know? So that was, yeah, great.
So let's get into that. I was on Instagram, and I saw your project was coming out. So I started like paying attention to more of the things you were posting. So in the video, and I was like, oh, this is a really dope concept. You got the suit on, he's all bloodied up. Did you think that your life was gonna imitate your art?
Not like that.
Yeah.
Shit, the video dropped, accident was like 3 weeks later.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
That was after your release party, right?
No, I was walking home from work. Yeah, I was on my way home from work.
I think you had the release party, and then the next thing I seen from
Correct.
you
Yeah. The release
was that.
It was like the listening release party was like 2 weeks before. Back home in San Bernardino. And came back out here, and yeah, I was on my way home from work. I didn't even see it. As a car hit another car. The car that got hit me.
Damn. Coming off of such a like high energy, high, satisfaction time in your life, and then getting hit by a car, like what did that do for you mentally? Above all, this is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted you on here, because it was like, damn, I could have lost one of my favorite artists on some bull,
Man.
And just to see, like, bro, you're up here walking now.
Yeah, thank God.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So from that, what was the mindset for you at that time?
Tough. I mean, when people say your life can change in a moment, I woke up in the hospital and I couldn't walk. For 7 months I was in a wheelchair. I had to relearn how to walk.
Yeah.
I had a good job, being taken away from that, not being able, I clocked out one night and looked around not knowing I was never gonna come back there.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank God I'm still here. I didn't lose no limbs. I got scars, but I'm still here in full, mind clear. And that's all I can be thankful for.
Vocal box intact.
Yeah, like we're still going. The stone is still rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Indeed, man. Let's take a tea break real quick. We got this Stand Still Lee Shan Oolong tea from the Pear Mountains. It's a nice green tea, so let's get into this. I like to just break up the talking with a nice little sip of this refresher.
Thank you, man. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God. Oh man, it's so smooth.
Asian pear, orchid, sugar peas. Taste the sugar peas.
Yep. That's what. Yeah. Everybody's like, you can taste the different, notes. Shout out Stand Still. Where are we? So the accident happens. What were you even thinking about stone rolling? Were you thinking about
I'm like, what
music?
the fuck am I gonna do? Like, what a month before the album, I was thinking it was over. The whole shit was over, I was in the hospital like 2.5 weeks. So it was tough, but it wasn't, because Waju would come every day, and that's how we recorded Room 740. I was in Room 740, just, trying to make the best of it.
Let me talk to you about that. Was it what sparked you guys working on the music? Was it just like fuck it, we're here, or was it let's get your spirits up?
Yeah, that was my best friend just trying to make sure I was cool.
Nice.
Like above all, like we made an album, but he was really just trying to make sure I was cool, like in my element. I was comfortable.
How did that make you feel?
Loved, appreciated, like protected.
Nice.
Like we here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really dope. It's really dope when, you know, granted it was, you know, something that was tumultuous, but it's like it really gave your friend an opportunity to kind of step up for you.
Yeah.
And in like one of the biggest ways, it's like, bro, forget this accident. The music don't stop. You don't stop.
And that's what life is about, like showing up, being there for other people in times like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the bonds that are created, those are things you'll never forget, you know? And that goes above most things.
Definitely. What has been, you know what, I was gonna ask you about your collaborators, but it seems like Waju is like your main, probably favorite collaborator. What works so well about you guys?
Just the camaraderie, you know? I call him all the time, like, hey, what are you up to? What you been working on? This, that. We check in on each other. You know what I mean? I don't do that with too many people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of reserved. I kind of stay in my own little own little world sometimes. But yeah.
But yeah, that friendship just allows you to kind of be open and as creative as possible.
Yeah.
That's dope. So we got Stone Rolling. We got Room 740. What's next for you?
I got a bunch of albums that I'm sitting on, working, completing. But now what's next is working my catalog. I have so much music that I really haven't
done,
like placing, where as far as placements go, as far as even visuals, like I can go back and make a video to an older song. You know what I mean? It's just working my catalog and kind of just like establishing that, like, yo, I've been here. Yeah, this is who I am.
Right.
You know?
Dope. Well, August 16th, sounds good. Zaya, downtown LA. What can the people expect from your performance?
A soulful experience.
We need that.
Yeah.
Soulful, indeed. Well, thank you for pulling up today, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
I'm really excited about you performing. Again, sounds good. Going down August 16th, Zaya, downtown LA. Gonna come see this guy rip it.
See you there.
Completely rip it. Thank you for watching.
Peace.